Percent daily values are particularly important to consider. So how much fat is too much? Check the daily values. For a 2,000 calorie intake, 65 grams of fat is the desirable limit. The percent number across from the total fat is how much of your daily fat allowance is in one serving of food. Again, one serving, not one portion. The same process occurs for each nutrient on the label. As a rule of thumb, if a food product provides 20% or more of the daily value, this food is high in that nutrient. If the daily value is below 5%, consider the source not significant. If you're watching your cholesterol, it's important to know that the daily value is 300 milligrams. To give you an idea, one egg yolk has 215 milligrams of cholesterol already. Since a high cholesterol diet, along with saturated fat, is associated with an increased risk of heart disease, it's important to make sure you check the percent daily value on the label. Sodium. Most people today unknowingly consume large amounts of sodium. The daily value is 2,400 milligrams. Use the percent daily value to evaluate whether food is too high in sodium for your needs. If the food item has more than 20% daily value of sodium, it is considered high. In order for a food to be considered low sodium, it must have no more than 140 milligrams per serving. Protein. A rule of thumb here is that 1 ounce of protein is 7 grams. Our bodies need protein to grow and repair themselves. And on average, people need about 65 grams of protein a day. Also, choosing a lean protein food at every meal will help you feel full longer. Total carbohydrate. Sugar, fiber, and sugar alcohols are subcategories of total carbohydrate. Also, there might be complex carbohydrates such as starch that aren't labeled separately. Carbohydrates provide us with the vitamins, fiber, and vital energy our brain and muscles need. But if too much of the total carbohydrate is sugar, the nutritional quality of the calories will be poor. So food items with more fiber and less sugar are a better choice. As a person with diabetes, you must be aware of the carbohydrate recommendation on your diet plan. Here is where you will find helpful information. Pay attention to total carbohydrates in grams. If there are more than 5 grams of fiber, subtract half the fiber from the total carbohydrates. Use this carbohydrate number for your meal planning. Fiber. The National Cancer Institute recommends 25 to 30 grams of fiber. Fiber helps with bowel problems, reduces blood cholesterol and therefore the risk of heart disease, and helps with blood sugar control and weight management. Foods high in fiber are lower in calories and can help with weight loss. Notice that this whole grain cereal has 10 grams of fiber. Check the ingredient list for the source of whole grains. For a good source of fiber, whole grains should be at the beginning of the list. Ingredients are listed in most to least content. High fiber is not always the same as whole grain. Foods made only with bran are not equivalent to whole grain. Other nutrients of importance, like vitamins and minerals, could be listed on the label below the thick line. A food product might be naturally high in a selected nutrient, or a claim could be made about the addition of a nutrient on the package.